Is going on, everybody? This is Striker, welcoming you back to episode number 238 here of the good old Minecraft Let's Play. Now guys, as you saw, my mouth is wide open because I'm astonished. My thinking cap skills are amazing. So, first off, I'll show you this, but I'll show you this first, I'll get to that and everything. So obviously, no different changes to the pathway. If you guys have given me any suggestions, I haven't gotten to those because I'm recording this batch of 5 episodes, so I will be able to get to that eventually. Now, I just noticed that this doesn't sit in here the right way, but there's really nothing I can do about that for it to be, I could kind of maybe extend it out here one, and then it would look stupid, so we're just gonna leave it and we're gonna deal with it because it's really not all that bad. You don't really pay attention to it, especially because all the lines like line up and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's fine. It's working fine. But anyways, here we go. Here is the brainchild in the middle. So as you guys know, there's already this like rim here, and I'm leaving this rim over here to be like the rest of the pathways. So I actually made some brick stairs in order to give myself just a little bit of lip and more room here, because if we don't have these stairs, I'll just go ahead and pop these bad boys out. It looks really bulky and just, it's not a good transition, but with those stairs, it gives us kind of, I don't know, like a little, changing the height when you're walking will definitely allow you to screw up when placing stairs. It gives you a little bit of a bottom to this area, which is pretty cool. Now, I did think about putting blocks here, but then it kind of constricted this and I didn't like it. I tried putting the diamond blocks here in the corners and then also flipped it, and I think this is the best looking arrangement, but just in case you guys have any opinions, we can go ahead and just change this real fast. Excuse me, I need to get down in this hole. So if we do something like this, and then we have the obsidian in the corners, that's not really gonna be great as an example there, just because there's not enough to really show you. Also, I put obsidian down here so that on the side of the beacon, it's just is black. So, I do this. So we either have this kind of look or this kind of, both of them don't really work. But anyways, I kind of like it with them in the corner, so it becomes like an X instead of this gigantic plus sign. So let's go ahead and flip that back. I don't know, I guess it's probably a matter of personal opinion whether you like them in the corners better or if you like them up against the glass better. Me personally, like I said, I like the little bit of an X kind of deal going on instead of the plus sign. So we're gonna deal with this for right now. I like it, you like it, we like it, I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so beacon dropped it down a couple of levels and now it is part of this kind of like focal point in the middle. It's almost kind of like a reverse fountain, right? This would be filled with water and there'd be like a fountain here. But like I said with the last thing, it was too constricted to the sightlines. It was in the way of everything and it didn't look all that great. So I think this is good. We might even change these out for lamps eventually, or put these down to where the obsidian is and then change those out for lamps. But anyways, we finally have our diamond blocks back, and as you can see over here, this chest, we put the other emeralds up in there. So the emeralds are accounted for, and those came out of the stash that's inside of the black shulker box. Ignore my inventory, it's a mess, but anyways, yeah. Move that chest over here, the one that was like suspended in air over this block, I think, right here. I moved it over here, so, I put the sign that says for the beautification process inside of there because it's not that big a deal. Now, anyways, this is what I'm talking about, my thinking cap. So this is my thinking cap right here. This is my thinking cap at work. So, obviously, we can travel on the grass. No biggie, it's just like any other sort of establishment. You could have a sidewalk, but people will still walk on the grass. It doesn't really matter. So, with that being said, it makes it so this can just be grass. This will obviously be grass eventually. But we can retain a little bit of that design that we had earlier, where this was kind of suspended, and we remove this other pathway, creating this kind of bended pathway here, and we're good. It's all centered on the animals. Let me go ahead and go sleep. I will have a little bit to correct over there to fix it to make it look a little bit more presentable. Might either take out some dirt or add some in. I'm not sure which way yet. Also, check it out. Depending on the angle at which you lay down in the bed, it gets worse. Oh my goodness. Alright, but anyways. So back over here to these designs and why it kind of works. So, I was thinking I could have this go just straight up, and that would be great, but then it wouldn't be centered on the animal cages, or animal pens or whatever, and I like where the animal pens are. I don't want to move them to either side. It takes a lot of terraforming, especially because if I wanted to center these, What are they off by? They're off by actually quite a bit, aren't they? Yeah, they're off by like 4 blocks. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be here, which means this would be like the outside of the pen. That's not a whole lot of distance and not a very good like way to terraform from there to here. It's like a straight sheer drop off. I'd have to just basically stone wall it and call it a support wall. So it didn't really work. So I decided to go kind of centered here. We'll put little gardens in here. I think that'll be kind of cute. Some, you know, maybe a tree in each one of these in the middle, and then we'll put some flowers in the corners or whatever. We're not going to do everything like exactly the same. We might have a tree the same in every corner, but the flowers underneath will be different and everything. And I might do it podzol, I might keep it regular grass, coarse dirt, I might do a combination of all of it. But anyway, so yeah, I snaked this path a little bit. Now, the way that this works is we've got the crossbeam here, crossbeam here. And I'm not really sure about the spacing, but if you take out these stairs here for a second, just roll with me, right? This will make sense. 1, 2, 1, 2. So it's the same kind of shape in here for the bend. But then obviously when you add the stairs in, it kind of gives it that extra like half a block, so it's, you know, 1.5. So I don't know, it works. I think it works. I think it looks okay. You know, this kind of flows into here just fine, and then you've got the stairs up. Now, if we weren't gonna do stairs, oops, sorry, let me go ahead and plop that bad boy back on there. So if we didn't do stairs, let me just show you how horrendous this would be to kind of flow together. We got our slabs out. Then where do we go from here? That's such an abrupt transition down. So this would have to be down half a block, and we'd have to extend it that way, and it would just be like 4 times bigger. So if we don't do these slabs across and we do the stairs instead, it allows us to get the same step-up effect, albeit it's a little abrupt, you know, a little bit more abrupt at least. But you know, it still gives the same kind of feel that we're looking for. You know, it still retains the look, it still retains the feel, and it also allows us to kind of make these into corner bricks here, so it flows together a little bit better. There's really nothing we can do about these here, unfortunately. So, I mean, it still works. You know, don't say anything, you know, it's okay. You know, this flows around the corner, and then it transitions into stairs. This is all a set of stairs. Because if we try to do this, you know, that way, it wouldn't look right if we did it like this. And then I don't want to make another step up, because obviously this is all half a block down. So, there, you know, we're just rolling with it. I kind of like it. It looks okay. Which means I'm probably going to employ the same kind of technology into here. It's going to be like 1 step up instead of using these slabs. This is before I had bricks, and actually this is the last brick I have. I'm actually out of clay, so I have to go out and get a bunch of it. So, you know, we got a good outlook moving forward. But yeah, so we've got this little area, this little reverse fountain kind of deal, and now we're moving up into here. So, this becomes the question again. What? Shut up, sheep. Jeez, they're very constant in their noise. Also, I don't want to keep this as oak. I'm going to change this out probably to acacia? Maybe? Maybe acacia. And I also might just fill this in so it's just a flat stone wall there. I don't know. We're definitely going to change it. I don't like the look of the oak as much as I used to, so we'll see what happens. Excuse me for my throat. Originally I said I was going to go get another cup of coffee, and I've actually not had anything to drink at all. Coffee, water included. So now we have to consider what we're going to do with this area, and this is why I brought you guys on camera here, to show you, obviously, the changes that have taken place here, because this is pretty dope. But what are we going to do about this area? Now, it makes sense to do something like this. We'll bump these down a half a block, and that's fine. Actually, are these slabs or are these full blocks? No, they're full blocks. Okay, that's fine. I know I got slabs in here somewhere, where I've got plenty of material to make it. So what do we do to make this happen? We'd have to do something like this. I think that'll work. And then we also have to do something where we can go up that way. This path is going to be a nightmare to do. There's a couple of flat spots. This one is already naturally the way that I want it, so I just have to replace these outside bits with the stone brick stairs. These I can drop down half a block and just call it the same. But this stuff right here, that's going to be a nightmare. So I don't know how I'm going to handle that. But that would mean that we have to do something like this. Just fill all this in. And then we can keep the original transition, but this is a really big, bulky area here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be the stone brick, which I guess actually would come out to working if we do something like that. For the time being, just so I can visualize the other path, let's go ahead and do this. So that's okay. It's a little lumpy, a little funky, but I can deal with that. And then we just bump these two down. I don't know, that sort of works. Let me go grab a couple of slabs, one so I can get away from those sheep, but two, just so we can try it out. This is what I do, like this has been my process over the past couple of hours. It's just been kind of working things step by step. I know I got slabs somewhere. Just working things step by step and seeing just how it can form together. Like this is this like 9th design down here, excluding just this part in here. Because I did this as just the stone bricks and it just looked meh. And then I got rid of some of this and put bricks in and it looked meh. And then I alternated and it looked meh. And then I tried different ways of arranging this where blocks were sticking out and that was meh. So I mean, this is the design I like. I actually do like this. Don't get me wrong, I actually do like this. Because if we do it something like this, that's ugly. I don't like that because it's just a random little hole. So I like where it shows the extra blocks. It could be anything other than, you know, diamond blocks and obsidian, which, like I said, it might get transferred out, so there's lights in there. So I don't know. We'll figure out what's going on with that. But anyways, back to our current project. This is basically just a bunch of trial and error on my part. So I'm okay with this transition because it kind of flows us up into here. I don't think this is bad. I like this pathway. It works, especially because this is so steep. We made it work. We kind of manufactured it to work, you know, we made it possible, and I don't want to double up the railings because that would just be ugly. I like the way this works. I think it needs some more to it. It obviously needs some touch-up. This whole building needs a little bit of a redesign, just a little bit more love, so to speak. But my issue now, what do I do with this block in particular? This one can stay, because it flows together fine. If these stairs are here, this can stay as well. But I could also turn this into a stair where it would go like that. Here, actually, let's go ahead and visualize it. So I could turn it into a stair like that, but then this floats. And I'm not sure what to do about that. I'm not sure what the best way to do all of this is. I'm sure I can just leave it like this and forget about it and say I never noticed it and it'll be fine. I also don't know how I feel about this block being completely stranded on the outside. Because the rest of these, for the most part, are on the outside, but then there's this one that's inboard, and I like this one where it's, you know, just chilling inside of its own little cubby. So I don't know. Like I said, this pathway needs a little bit of love and attention. I like the way that this flows, that this transitions. I'm not going to change this to brick. If anything, I would change it to brick up to here, because this is the pure descent up, and then this can all stay that nether rack. Actually, I kind of want to try that now. Trading out all of these blocks here for brick instead of this this nether brick. Let's see what it's like. If we don't like it, we can obviously get rid of it. And that'd be there, and then these would have to be up. Then I'd probably want to get rid of the outside pieces too. See, I don't like that. It doesn't flow together the right way, you know? I like the nether brick aspect to it. It adds a different level of color, but this is why people don't build on camera for the most part, is because, first off, a lot of it is try and redo, and try and redo. That's not how it went either. Jeez Louise, how did this go? These were here. Where did these stairs go? Were these stairs here? I don't know if that was right either. That's definitely not right. Man, I broke my own pathway. Anyways, I'll just go ahead and leave it at that. So, as you can see, it's a lot of like trial and error as to kind of what you want to do with it. But anyways, these pathways are starting to make sense. They're starting to look good. So I think what I'll do is I'll finish this pathway over here, plan where this is gonna go, see if I can fix this, and then we'll leave the murderous pathways, that one and this one, for later, so I don't have to deal with it. That sounds like a fantastic plan to me, in all honesty, but we're getting there. It's a process, I know, it's a process, but we're getting there. I'll fix that off camera and then figure out what we're gonna do. But yeah, a couple more pathways to come, but otherwise, I think we're in pretty good shape here. Like I said, I really do like this middle part. You know, the beacons are always good, and just the cyan block matches the diamond block pretty well. I don't know if I like the black over here in the mall, but it is what it is for the time being. Oops, did it again. I did that last episode, I'm pretty sure. So anyways, guys, that will bring us to the end of this episode. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to record another episode today, so it might be a pretty substantial jump in time. So there might be a whole lot of work done. We'll just kind of take it step by step. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, everybody, and I will see you all next time.